I had a client the other day who, within the intuitive reading which I was giving her during the healing, revealed three beautiful truths: one on healing, and the two in terms of soul lessons. The first one was, she told me that she had a lot of pain and trauma from her past and her family, and that's what we were trying to heal. The issue was bringing healing to the issue of growth, but I could definitely feel the pain within her, and what I felt intuitively definitely reflected a reality that a lot of people experience. It was more than just feeling her pain, it was seeing how that pain was mapping out her reality. And from all that pain and trauma were all of the confines, the walls, and limitations, which created a very sad and dark reality that said, this is your reality. This reality is painful and limited, and there's nothing beyond this reality. But of course, that wasn't true, because I feel past that pain, and I feel her soul going new, new. That means her soul yearning, saying, I want to feel something new. I want to feel something beyond this pain, which was a wonderful lesson to remind people that a lot of our trauma has shaped our reality, and we believe there is nothing beyond it, or there is nothing that we can do. But the soul is always there to show you, yes, there is something that you can do, and healing is possible, and your soul and the divine is there to show you that it is possible. Now, the second one was afterwards, when I was scanning more deeper and giving her a soul reading. And that's when I felt it. I felt the universe reveal to her her soul options. And it was all it was just this huge, wide space, like a beautiful horizon. And it was filled with divine potential. But the message that it was sending her was this. She was saying, here is the divine potential that I show you, and it is infinite. And have no doubt that when you have stopped doubting yourself and you are ready and you make that choice, I shall come in and support it. This is what is meant by infinite potential. And a lot of other divine guidance, and a lot of other divine and books that I've read have made this very clear. They said that sometimes the divine doesn't care the choices that you make sometimes, but when you finally do make that choice from your heart, then that's when the universe comes and supports it and creates everything that you need on your path to create it. Divine infinite potential, that when you finally make that soul choice, the divine comes in and supports it. And then there's number 3, which was that she was interested in, of course, finding someone to fall in love with and be in a relationship with. And she hadn't experienced it. And I got the sense that she was blocked, but then the higher soul perspective came in. And I sensed that even though her heart was blocked, it wasn't a daunting block. It could be cleared. There was nothing too chronic or stubborn about it. It could be cleared. And that's when I felt it. The message was very clear. When her heart is unblocked and cleared and she is ready, her soulmate immediately comes in. And that was just a beautiful reminder about how on a higher level, there is no coincidence. Everything is mapped out. There's a bit of an organicness to it. It is not on the same time level as linear time, but on a higher divine soul level, so much is mapped out, and the people that we are meant to meet, we will meet. And I sensed that. Okay, I felt it. It was very beautiful. The moment that she was ready, her soul would bring that light of readiness, send it to her soulmate, and her soulmate would come in. A divine timing that when you are ready, your soulmate comes in, because that's all that's about. Preparedness, healing, being truly ready. Because some things can't be brought in until you know that you have cleared it on a very deep soul level. And I remember saying this to her: in order to attract your soulmate, you have to set a soul intent. You can't just sort of like, you know, juggle the concept intellectually of soulmate in your mind and then go about it on a mundane level, like going to the apps and the dating apps. And you have to set a divine intent, a divine intent. You write down all those qualities, you put it on your altar, you bring in the god and goddess and your angels and your spirit guides to help bring this. You set that divine intent by really calling it forth from your soul. And that was all very I was all very beautiful. All these three things had in common is how the soul supports us when we are lost or confused. When we are ready, the soul supports us in such beautiful ways.